Welcome, dear reviewers, to a world where the line between reality and nightmare blurs, and your deepest fears await. In this bone-chilling creepypasta video, we dive into this spine-chilling story. Brace yourselves for the devil's game, a terrifying pact with unforeseen consequences. It was a cold winter evening when a group of friends gathered at Mark's house for their regular game night. They were always on the lookout for new and exciting activities to spice up their evenings. On this particular night, however, their lives would take an unexpected turn. As the friends settled around the table, Mark produced an ornate wooden box from beneath it. The box was covered in intricate carvings, and a faint aura seemed to emanate from within. The curiosity in everyone's eyes was palpable. "What's in the box, Mark?" Sarah asked, her voice filled with anticipation. "It's a game I found online," Mark replied. "It's called the Devil's Game. It promises great rewards, but warns of dire consequences. Are you all up for it?" The friends exchanged glances, a mixture of excitement and apprehension filling the room. Their curiosity got the better of them, and they agreed to give it a try. With bated breath, the group opened the box. Inside, they found a weathered game board, strange symbols etched onto its surface, and a set of cryptic cards. Mark read the instructions aloud. "The Devil's Game requires each player to make a pact with the devil. In exchange for your soul, the devil promises great rewards. Be warned, however, for once the pact is made, there is no turning back." The friends hesitated for a moment, realizing the gravity of the situation. After a brief discussion, they decided to proceed. Each player wrote their name on a piece of paper, sealed it in an envelope, and placed it on the board. As they placed their hands on the planchette, an eerie chill swept through the room. The board came alive, the symbols glowing with an otherworldly light. The friends exchanged nervous glances, unsure of what was to come. As the planchette moved on its own accord, the friends gasped in awe and trepidation. It glided across the board, stopping at different symbols, seemingly directing their actions. The game unfolded with each turn. The friends faced challenges and made difficult choices, never knowing the true consequences of their decisions. The line between reality and the game blurred, and an unsettling presence filled the room. As the game progressed, the friends experienced a series of strange occurrences in their lives. Unexplained phenomena, unsettling dreams, and a growing sense of unease plagued them. It was as if they had invited something sinister into their lives. Weeks turned into months, and the friends began to question their decision. The rewards promised by the game never materialized, and instead, their lives were filled with misery and despair. They tried to burn the game board, but it remained unscathed. Desperation took hold of the group as they realized the gravity of their pact. They sought the help of experts, delving into ancient texts and folklore, hoping to find a way to break free from the devil's grip. But their efforts were in vain. One by one, the friends succumbed to their fates. Tragedy befell them, their lives unraveling before their eyes. They were tormented by their decisions, haunted by the pact they had made. Only one friend, Sarah, remained. Determined to end the cycle of torment, she vowed to find a way to break the pact. She delved deeper into the game's origins, desperate for answers. Sarah discovered a hidden message within the game board, obscured by the symbols. Translating it, she found an incantation that held the key to their salvation. It was a risky move, but she had nothing to lose. Gathering the remaining pieces of the game, Sarah prepared for her final stand. She recited the incantation, her voice echoing with resolve. The room trembled as dark energy swirled around her. With a blinding flash of light, the game board shattered into 1,000 pieces. The presence that had haunted them for so long dissipated, leaving behind an eerie silence. Sarah had broken the pact. Though the friends had broken free from the clutches of the devil's game, they couldn't shake off the lingering shadows that had seeped into their lives. Strange occurrences continued to plague them, reminding them of the pact they had made. Sarah, plagued by guilt, sought solace in her research. She discovered that the Devil's Game had a history that extended far beyond their ill-fated encounter. Stories of others who had played the game and suffered its consequences emerged from the depths of folklore. Determined to protect others from a similar fate, Sarah vowed to uncover the origins of the game and find a way to banish it from existence. She reached out to occult experts, historians, and even delved into ancient manuscripts, piecing together fragments of information that had long been forgotten. Her investigation led her to a secluded village nestled deep in the woods. Legends whispered of a cursed cabin, said to hold the secrets of the Devil's Game. Sarah, fueled by a mixture of fear and determination, embarked on a perilous journey to confront the source of their torment. The cabin stood dilapidated and foreboding, its presence casting an eerie spell over the surrounding forest. Sarah's heart raced as she pushed open the creaking door, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. Inside, she found a room filled with ancient artifacts and worn-out books. Dust danced in the beam of her flashlight as she carefully inspected each item, hoping to find the answers she desperately sought. One book caught her attention, a weathered tome bound in worn leather. Its pages were filled with incantations, forbidden knowledge, and the stories of those who had fallen victim to the Devil's Game. Sarah's hands trembled as she read about the rituals used to summon the game, and the consequences that followed. Deep in her research, Sarah discovered a ritual of banishment, one that could sever the ties between the game and the mortal world. The ceremony was complex and dangerous, but it offered a glimmer of hope. Armed with newfound knowledge, Sarah set out to gather the necessary ingredients for the banishment ritual. She scoured the woods, collecting rare herbs and mystical artifacts under the moonlight, guided by a sense of purpose and a burning desire to free herself and her friends from the game's curse. Back at the cabin, Sarah meticulously prepared the ritual. She drew intricate symbols on the cabin floor, arranged candles in a precise pattern, and chanted the ancient incantations with a mixture of trepidation and determination. As the ritual reached its climax, the cabin shook with an otherworldly force. Shadows writhed on the walls, and a cold wind whispered through the cracks. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she fought to maintain her focus, channeling every ounce of willpower into breaking the curse. A blinding light erupted from the center of the room, forcing Sarah to shield her eyes. When she opened them, she found herself surrounded by silence. The curse had been lifted, the game banished from existence. Sarah emerged from the cursed cabin, exhausted but triumphant. The weight that had burdened her soul for so long had finally been lifted. She knew her friends would forever carry the scars of their ordeal, but she hoped they could find solace in the fact that the game was no more. Returning to her friends, Sarah shared her findings and the outcome of her journey. Together, they vowed to keep the story alive, to warn others of the dangers of meddling with forces they couldn't comprehend. They formed a support group, offering solace and guidance to those who had faced similar ordeals. The Devil's Game had taken its toll, but it had also taught them valuable lessons about the power of choice, the consequences of temptation, and the strength of friendship. They embraced their new purpose, dedicating themselves to protecting others from the darkness that lurked in the corners of the world. And as the years passed, the memory of the Devil's Game faded into legend, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires, a reminder of the fragile line between curiosity and the sinister forces that lay in wait. The end. If you enjoyed the video and found yourself on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting each twist and turn, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you ensure that you won't miss out on future bone-chilling stories, hair-raising adventures, and thrilling encounters with the supernatural. Remember to click that notification bell so that you're always alerted when we release new videos, guaranteed to keep you entertained and engaged in the realms of horror and mystery. We appreciate your support as we continue to bring you more immersive experiences that will send shivers down your spine.